I think the Elusive Samurai is definitely gonna be up there with all the seasonal animes when they end. That's a lot of good stuff going for it for sure, but let me at least get into the story first before anything. The story first starts off with a boy named Tokiyuki, right? Now he's evading or being very elusive to his trainers because he doesn't want to inherently train or do anything of the likes of doing what his father does, is being a puppet as like a shogun. But as he's running away, he actually runs into Takeuji, who's one the most powerful person there, and two, he actually is the most well-respected as well as charming person that is there. Everyone loves Takeuji.
Hell, get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
Like, comment, subscribe, and help.
He gives him some inspiring words and tells him that he's going to be one of the best when it comes to being the leader when his time is to rise. He then evades the guards again, but we get a more of an insight of his mind. He says, what is the use of a pen and a sword for a puppet like me? And sort of just showing you like how he is so used to the peaceful times that he doesn't understand that when war times come that he has to get ready for it. And sadly, the time is now where you come to find out that Takeuji is actually the one that betrays the whole dynasty, as he's mercilessly killing everybody that's in the vicinity of the area. Talk about a voice that's calling out to him saying that he has to be the one above all. But enough of the story. Let me get to all my likes when it comes to this anime. I'd have to say hands down, let me at least say the obvious thing that when it comes to this anime is the animation. The animation looks amazing from start to finish. Even when they change the different styles and they just want to do either a little gag or show you a little scene from the past, that looks phenomenal. It looks top tier easily. But as we all know, just because it has good animation does not mean that it's going to be a good show at all. Another thing that made me really want to stay for the show is definitely Mahito's character as a whole, right? Now with Mahito's character, you do love when you do see a specific character have an ideology and an event specifically happens to that character where he actually changes his ideology, or maybe he might second guess it. If maybe he feels like a cat that's in a corner that's getting cornered from every single side. From him wanting to not do anything with a pen or a sword, now being forced into this hero role, seeing how he'll do going forward. Then there's also his fighting style. Now he's called the Elusive Samurai because he's great at evading. He's like on some Dark Souls level. He gets an iframe, he just dodges every single attack. But the thing is, he's good at dodging, but he's horrible at attacking. So when we do see him fight, it's very exciting to see like how the hell are you actually gonna beat your opponent, like another samurai that's like stronger than you, bigger than you, older than you, has more experience than you. But the fights so far in the show feel like they're pretty good. Like I'm actually enjoying them a lot. Another point I have to give this show is like the show knows how to paint a picture when it comes to showing you how dire a situation is or how things are going at a specific moment in time. Like for example, how I already talked about Takeuji, him having like one of my favorite scenes in the show so far. I believe it was episode 7 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, episode 7, where you literally see like some people actually want to go against Takeuji and think like he did one of the worst things possible, so they actually want to get him out of here and kill him, and he just effortlessly kills most of the people that is in the surrounding area. And also the lord that set all this up and wants him to be killed and dead because also he feels like he's not human. He doesn't get harmed the whole time. Takeuji just kills everyone that's around him and leaves him alone alive and just straight up smile on his face like nothing happened and acts like it's just a small little inconvenience or misunderstanding. But my favorite part about that scene is specifically is like at the end of the scene, he's sort of walking into this castle with a smile on his face and everyone just straight up goes to Takeuji saying, "Are you okay, Takeuji? Are you okay?" Like just showing how much charm and how much power he has over everything and everybody. And just the utter look of destruction on the lord's face when it comes to him looking like he's been defeated mentally and physically. Just inherently showing you that if you're really likable or you have a lot of charm and cadence, you literally can get away with so much bullshit. It's not even funny. Now next thing I want to talk about might sound like a tangent or I'm going off the road, but stick with me. In most forms of media, it seems like we do glorify a lot of things. We glorify the street life, we glorify the gang life, we glorify a mafia mentality or even pirates, and at times they'll sometimes show you the consequences of your actions once you live that type of lifestyle, or the not so glorious things that do happen in the middle of you doing whatever action that is in this type of lifestyle. But even though it happens in IRL, unless it's like a documentary, we all know it's okay because it's fiction. And at times with media, we usually try to stretch the line or add different elements and things to it to make it different or more fun or a cool little spin to it. Not say all this to say Elusive Samurai is no different. They have that extra little fun in showing you the extra little elements, whether it be just his elusiveness of the main character or just how some other characters have other extra things happen to them, like they might have ants or not be too sorted, or they might be able to do actual different things with their mask as well as turn to different people. But I like how the show talks about what I talked about earlier, the not so glorious things that do happen, especially in this time period where they are just completely ruthless. They will come up there and just like take all your whole family, take your heads, put it like on a pike or something like that, or they'll even just like have a child and either put them into slavery or just like take off their mouth or teeth or something like that. And to be abundantly clear, I'm not one of those people that's saying,
Oh my goodness, I love it when there's so much violence and gore. It's my favorite thing ever.
like, I'm saying this to say that sometimes I do like it when the fiction gets real in their own fictional world. But not all the time. Sometimes a person just likes having fun. And the last thing I do have to say that this show is great at is easily the gags. The gags are flat out hilarious in this show. I do love it when we get into this one character, this bug-eyed character. He's generally funny the whole way through. Whether I see him have his eyes just pop out, or whether I see him just do a certain dumbass little action, he's hilarious. Or even one of the lords that can see into the future, he's also extremely funny, especially when he talks about the future. He's like, wait, hold on, this might be a horrible action in the future. Oh, wait, this is a horrible action in the future. Oh, this is really weird. But other than that, I highly suggest Elusive Samurai. Go ahead, go watch it, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.